everyone. This is Mrs. Curtis, and I'm a Maine SNP nutrition educator. I work at Somerset Public Health, which is a part of Reddington Fairview General Hospital. And today I'm coming to you from my kitchen in my office, and I'm really excited to be with you today. Maybe some of you remember me from last year. We worked on a little bit of nutrition education, and we cooked some really cool recipes in class. This year, we're going to be together for 8 weeks, and we're going to be going over again some more nutrition education, as well as making a lot of fun recipes. I actually have some guests, Evelyn and Lucia LaCroix, who are friends, and they are making the recipes for me. So you're going to actually get to see some kids cooking in the kitchen. Today, we are going to go over why it's really important to eat healthy. We're going to talk a little bit about my plate. We're going to go over some cooking measurements, and we're going to talk about why it's important to wash your hands. So friends, if I wanted to eat healthy, how would I know where to start? What would be a good tool for me to use? Behind me, you can see my plate on the wall. Some of you may recognize this, some of you, this might be new. You should have had this in school. But on my plate, you can see that the plate is divided into quarters, and there's a little spot for one of the food groups. So all of my plate is made up of the 5 different food groups. Half of our plate should be fruits and vegetables. We can eat a lot of those, packed with vitamins and minerals for us, and fiber, which our bodies need. There's a quarter for grains, and later on in our series, we're going to learn that half our grains should be whole grain and why that's important. And there's a purple spot for our protein, and our protein comes in 2 different forms. It comes in both plant form and animal form. We're going to talk about that later on. And then the little blue cup section is for our dairy. That when we choose our dairy, we want to make sure that we are choosing low fat or fat free. We're going to talk about why. One of the great reasons for using my plate as a guidance tool for healthy eating is that my plate allows us to reach our full growth potential, and it also allows us to have peak physical performance both in play and at school, and it also helps increase our brain power. Whenever we're creating a meal or a snack, it's a great idea to try to aim for at least 3 of the 5 food groups. Can you think of any meals or snacks that you like that you can incorporate 3 out of the 5? Or maybe you can include 5 out of 5. So as you can see, I've got some baking tools on a cookie sheet. And here I have my dry measurement cups. And usually I would use these for my flour or sugar, some kind of dry ingredient. Here I have my liquid measurement for my spoons, my either tablespoons or my teaspoons. This here is a liquid measuring cup, and I could put any kind of liquid in there. And here is my knife. My knife, you see, actually lives within a sheath, and that sheath protects all the other knives in the drawer, and it also protects my hand, so when I reach in the drawer, I'm not going to get cut. And they're pretty easy to open. She's come in different shapes and forms, but this one actually fits this knife. So friends, when we're in the kitchen, it's really important that we practice good personal hygiene. Usually if I'm cooking and I have long hair, I should probably put it in a ponytail and tie it back so none of my hair falls into the food. Another good form of personal hygiene is we need to make sure our hands are washed. I'm going to go over washing hands in a second. If we have to sneeze or cough, should we do it towards the food Absolutely not. You should always turn around, sneeze into the crook of your arm, cough into the crook of your arm, or if you can, pull your shirt up, cough into that. Again, turning your head away. So there's a lot of things that we do need to take into consideration for our safety and for the safety of others when we're in the kitchen if we're not feeling well. We go to the bathroom. It's always important that we need to wash our hands again before returning back to the kitchen. So I'm going to show you a little bit how we should wash our hands. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands. I've already taken my ring and my watch off so I can get a good scrub even up a little bit towards my elbow. I'll turn on the hot water. I'm going to pump some soap into my hands, and I'm going to do this for about 20 seconds or for about as long as it would take me to sing happy birthday. So I'm going to get a good lather going here. I'm going to scrub my hands. I want to make sure I get the backs of them really good. I want to make sure I get in between them. And I have fingernails, so I want to make sure there's no germs under my fingernails. I'm going to scrub on the palm of my hand, getting underneath that nail. Other side too. Continuing with all that scrubbing. That's probably about 20 seconds right there. And I'm going to rinse them. Even going up into by my wrist. And I should be good to be able to cook. So when I get ready to turn the water off, it's probably a good idea for me not to touch my clean hands on the top of the faucet. So I'm going to grab a clean paper towel and I'm going to turn it off. I'm not going to use this paper towel to wipe my hands because I touched the faucet. So I'm going to grab another couple paper towels, clean ones, and dry my hands.
Evelyn. And I'm Lucia. And today we wanted to show you how we make pizza. We really try to focus on eating healthy, so we came up with a way to make delicious pizza that's also super healthy. So, let's get cooking! First, you always want to make sure you have adult permission and supervision before cooking and preparing a meal.
You have my permission.
Second, you will want to prepare your cooking area by wiping it down and disinfecting it with disinfectant spray.
Next, I always start by pulling my hair up. So if you have long hair, pull it up and out of your way.
Nobody likes hair in their food. Next, you'll want to wash your hands for 20 seconds. We sing happy birthday to make sure we get in the full 20 seconds. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Okay, so before we start, I like to look at my recipe so that we can get all the needed ingredients. This helps for sure. Okay, so let's look at our recipe to see what we need to do. Looks like we need to preheat our oven to 450 degrees. So today we have onions, yellow bell peppers, and tomatoes. Before we cut these veggies, we want to be sure to use knife safety. So with this onion, because it's round, you want to cut it in half and then lay it on the cutting board. Then with your fingers curled in towards your palm like a claw, hold the onion. Point the tip of the knife towards the cutting board and slide the knife down and back like a saw. Okay, so now that everything is cut up, we are going to place 1 tablespoon of oil into a skillet and put it on medium heat. Add your peppers and onions in the pan and stir and cook for 3 minutes. Now that they are all cooked, move the veggies to a colander and stir in tomatoes and let drain. While the veggies are draining, we will spray our pizza pan with non-stick cooking spray and spread your pizza dough out onto the pizza pan. Start in the middle and stretch your pizza dough out to whatever size you want.
Now that the dough is ready, let's get the sauce ready. First, you'll need 1/4 teaspoon of basil. And next, you'll need 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. And dump that into the sauce and mix it up.
Now we are ready, as we like to say in our house, to decorate the pizza. So let's add sauce on the pizza dough. Spread it all around with a spoon until fully covered.
Next is the cheese. Sprinkle it all around the entire pizza.
Okay, so we need to put the pizza in the oven. Let's get our oven mitts on because we do not want to get burnt. We will leave it in for 10 minutes or until the cheese is brown. Oh, it's time to take the pizza out. Now you're going to spread your veggies all over the pizza and put it back in the oven for 5 to 10 more minutes to get fully cooked. Now that it's finally ready, we can take it out. Now let's let it set for 2 minutes and then we can cut it into slices and serve. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, stay safe and healthy. Bye!
Wow, what a great looking pizza. Thank you, Evie and Lucia, for making that yummy looking pizza. So everyone, I hope you have an opportunity this week to go home and try your hand with your family making your own pizza in your own kitchen. Next week, we can look forward to learning a little bit about knife safety. Thank you, Evie, for demonstrating the proper technique of the claw, holding foods down so that your digits don't get cut. We'll be going over that again. We're going to also talk about what it takes to be a chef. What are some of the things that chefs do? What do they look for when they're in the kitchen? We're also going to talk a little bit about kitchen terminology and learn a little bit of French lingo in the meantime. So everyone, have a great week. Remember, cooking matters. Bye-bye.